Kursad and his 40 warriors, a timeless legend of freedom in Turkish history. In the year 630 AD, the mighty Göktürk Khaganate, once a proud and powerful state in the heart of Central Asia, collapsed under the weight of internal strife and external pressure. The Chinese Tang dynasty quickly seized the opportunity, extending its influence deep into the steppes. Overnight, the free and warlike Turks found themselves under foreign rule, their traditions threatened, their language silenced, and their spirit caged. Among those who were taken into the custody of the Chinese was Kursad, a young prince of royal Göktürk blood. Raised within the luxurious yet confining walls of the Chinese imperial court, Kursad outwardly adapted to his surroundings. But within his heart burned a silent rebellion. He never forgot his people, the horsemen of the plains, the songs of freedom sung around campfires, and the ancestral duty to protect the legacy of the Turks. As years passed, the Chinese sought to secure control by appointing puppet khans and suppressing any sign of uprising. Kursad watched as his people were humiliated, their identity slowly eroded under the weight of Chinese customs and laws. One day, when his own brother Kili was appointed as a puppet ruler, something within Kursad snapped. It was no longer time to wait. It was time to act. Kursad began to gather allies, men of courage, warriors of honor, and patriots who, like him, could no longer bear the shame of servitude. In secret, 40 loyal companions pledged their lives to him. They trained in silence, prepared in darkness, and swore an oath under the stars, to restore the dignity of the Turkish nation or to die trying. Their plan was daring, even reckless. They would storm the imperial palace in Chang'an, modern-day Xi'an, seize the Chinese emperor, and use him as leverage to negotiate the freedom of the Turks. It was not merely a military mission. It was a cry for justice, a rebellion born from the soul of a proud people. On the night chosen for the assault, a storm raged over the ancient city. Thunder rolled like the drums of war, and rain lashed against the palace walls. It was the perfect night to strike. Under the cover of darkness and chaos, Kursad and his warriors slipped through the shadows. With silent precision, they overcame the first guards, their blades flashing like lightning in the storm. But fate, ever unpredictable, dealt them a cruel hand. The emperor had unexpectedly left the palace hours earlier. The heart of their plan was gone. Still, Kursad would not retreat. To do so would dishonor the cause. The warriors roared their battle cries and launched into a full assault. The palace guards, now alerted, fought fiercely. But so did the 40 Turks, who seemed more like spirits of vengeance than mere men. They fought back to back, shoulder to shoulder, each movement a dance of defiance. For every warrior that fell, multiple enemies were taken down. The palace floor became a battlefield of blood and valor. Kursad, wounded but unyielding, stood at the center of the fray. As his final moments approached, he raised his sword one last time and cried out, "Never forget the Turkish nation." When the sun rose over Chang'an the next morning, the bodies of Kursad and his warriors lay still, but their legacy had only just begun. Their rebellion echoed across the steppes. It stirred something deep within the hearts of the oppressed. It rekindled the ancient fire of freedom. Decades later, inspired by the spirit of Kursad and his companions, the Second Göktürk Khaganate would rise from the ashes. And even today, centuries later, their names live on, not as mere rebels, but as immortal symbols of resistance and national pride. Kursad and his 40 warriors did not die in vain. They became wind, galloping forever across the endless plains.